48% of the gamers are women. If you count playing with my feelings as gaming, I came across a TikTok live of a dog playing Resident Evil 4, and I don't know what to do with this information. My dad walked in on me playing Kingdom Hearts as a kid, and I told him I was killing a boss, and he said, "I wish I could kill my boss," and left. The Egyptians! This is how they made the pyramids. If you don't believe me, ask them. Hacker voice, I'm in. Video game puzzles. My 13-year-old son is crying because I deleted his 5-year-old Minecraft world. How do I explain to him that it's just a game? 2 million comments. Hannah, I got an extra controller for you, bro. The controller. Video games causes violence. Me, taking care of my fields. A gaming opinion that has you like this. Single-player games shouldn't require the internet. Me, going crazy trying to win a game after losing 130 plus rounds without rage quitting. Playing a mobile game be like actual gameplay. Watching ads. Researchers are developing a video game where you can cast any magical spell you can imagine. Shut up and take my money. Working around tech limitations is an art. I just remembered that bare feet in Skyrim are just shoes Bethesda textured to look like feet. Me and my dad gaming. Your mum's a weirdo loser. So is your wife. My mum listening to both of us. Me goes to sleep after a night of gaming. The media. You sleep rather soundly for a murderer. Finally, a new gaming position. Cave sounds in Terraria versus cave sounds in Minecraft. Male, female, gamer. The cure to male loneliness is space racism. There are 2 types of horror game players. I do this with Minecraft. January, February, March, over May. Guys, I knew I was Gerald. Gaming laptops after running a game for 2 minutes. It took 14 years for a streamer to walk to the far lands in Minecraft, but his long journey is finally over. You're dead. How is bro in debt with Steam? My broker and Steam debt. The unfinished story games in my library, watching me open Terraria again. You'll outgrow video games someday. No, I won't. Wow, that is a lot of revives. I took care of that quest for you. The NPC. Game render our tree. The main quest line. Me getting married to my favorite NPC. My head and the enemy's head. Where are you getting all those cheese wheels, Danny? No girl in post. It only had 58 upvotes. Girl in post, 37,000. This says a lot about society. Choose 2. Gaming, good grades, sleep. I don't need sleep. I need gaming and grades. You are now well rested, but I don't look well rested, I'm tired. When the video game's got an initially blocked endgame area that connects to an early game area. Older racing games. You'll start off with this and spend hours trying to unlock better cars. Racing games now. Thanks for playing for 3 minutes. Here are 3 new cars. The guy who places highly explosive barrels all over the map so I can defeat my enemies. Thank you. Working for 8 hours to afford food. Gaming for 8 hours to get a cool helmet. Ping. Wow, that's a high ping. That would be 74.5 hours of delay. At that point, it would be easier to send in his keystrokes by carrier pigeon. How it feels to finally quit the game you spent hella money on. How much does this game cost? $70. Me. Breaks enemy's neck to conserve ammo. Everyone else at laser tag. A Steam user has become the first on the platform to own 40,000 games. When you play copyrighted music, in your ad, in your video, first we mine, then we craft. And then after all of this, we drop a bomb on your house. 5 minutes into a new Minecraft world versus 10 hours later, I speak for the trees. Release the world engine. When you die in a cave in Minecraft. Ah, damn it. Here we go again. No, bro, I don't play League of Legends. I stopped right after the tutorial. It was kind of boring. Cloning a game is perfectly legal. The Tetris Company. Fan theory. The entire plot of FSC is just Jason's made-up story to explain why he got a tribal tattoo. The main character, the NPC, who asks the main character to save the world because he can't. Me. Dies in a video game. Video game tip. Try not to get hit. Get good. New horror game named The 18th Attic lets you pet your cat to relieve stress in game. Me. Relieving stress. Save and exit game. Save game. Save and exit game. New game comes out. See good review. Not sure if they actually like it or if they're just a paid shill. See bad review. Not sure if they're legitimately criticizing it or if they're just whining and trolling. Tell me your favorite game, but replace one of the words in the title with perfect. Me. Realizing that 5 minutes of studying, followed by a 50-hour gaming break, was not a good strategy as I read the first question. Buying a game on release date. Buying a game 1 year later with all the DLC included. How it feels when you play a dead multiplayer multiplayer game. My Uber driver is using a PSP for navigation. I do not get good. I do not take a break. I have fun, and if I'm not having fun, I drop the game. You did what? Send his body over a waterfall. It could be anywhere, really. I made sure to loot him for his braces, though. Too nice to pass up. A Hollow Knight fan who passed away from cancer in 2019 has been honored in Silksong as a boss fight. Team Cherry worked with Seth before his death to bring his character into the game. So that's why the music was so sad. Being an adult means you get to stare at these every day, but never actually play them because you're too tired after work. $100 GTA and $600 consoles. Gamers. Female clothing in video games. The armor versus the stats. Your homie looking at you while he's reviving and you both hear footsteps. Pikachu after escaping and being kidnapped again for a new Pokemon series. Guys, women are so emotional. Guys at 2 AM losing on a video game. How it feels knowing bro is using Appear Offline, but you just can't prove it yet. Me outside bro's house after he made me buy a game. We only played it for a week. When you can't decide if you want to be a tank or a healer. We can go Septim for Septim. I'm the GOAT. I'm trash. Gamers. The creator of the original Saints Row games says he hopes GTA 6 costs $100. I think GTA is the only one that can get away with it, and I hope they do. When you have a really bad day, so you go to play video games, but you can't win a single match. I have a surprise. Same. Look behind you. Gaming in 2007. Can it run Crysis? It's a game with insanely good graphics. Of course not. In 2023. Can it run Kerbal Space Program 2? It's a game with mediocre graphics. Of course not. Accidentally opened Facebook, and I have no idea what's going on over there. I raised my game's prices by 33%. Oh, you're so sweet. I raised my game by 33%. Hello, human resources? Why is it so hard for Nintendo fans to just admit their company is insanely greedy? Sure, the games are good, but critiquing this does not make your enjoyment invalid. Women, when the man who has over 3,000 hours in CSGO turns out to be a bad boyfriend. Gaming recommendation. If you like League, Dota, Overwatch, CSGO, Valorant, literally any competitive game, you should try anger management classes, gaming chair, or a gaming coffin. Helldivers 2 crashed my PC twice, and now the game is like this. Gaming on console, gaming on PC, gaming on a DVD player with an interactive CD. Pre-rendered backgrounds promised worlds beyond the horizon. Pre-rendered backgrounds are an art that I miss a lot. Gaming companies after inventing World War II to make a new game. Business is booming. Laptop gaming be like, what guys my age save up for getting married, getting a house, their honeymoon, what I am saving up for. PC. How could anyone hate the rain? When a game has and you. In the special thanks section in the credits. OMG, a portable gaming device with dual display, headphone jack, and a pen included. You're beautiful. I have a gaming PC. How to keep your gaming PC away from guests. Knock knock. Honey, are you taking a Doom 1 or a Doom 2? Taking a Doom 4. When you're making good progress on a game with no autosave and you notice the loading screen is taking longer than usual. Ping 999. PC is way better than console. No, PC is overhyped. Real gamers. Gaming is sick. Yup, my therapist. What do we do when we feel like giving up? Me. Start a new hardcore world and jump into the nearest lava pit. Nochin talks with Council of Bedrock. Sources claim they are planning on switching the seed difficulty to peaceful. So, do you own any gaming consoles? What do boyfriends want for their birthday if they already have video games and boy food? Microsoft Xbox. What happened to him? They got greedy and lost 300 million. I went to a very Christian school. One kid begged his parents for Skyrim, but they didn't like magic, so they finally got him the game, but was strictly not allowed to use magic, including potions. Bro had to heal with cheese and goat's legs. Religiously imposed challenge run. Seeing a cool house your friend made and asking to go inside. It's practical. How I feel playing video games after I swipe on stories of old classmates getting married and even having kids. Hey, video game developers, why do you put a waterfall in your game if there's no secret passage behind it? To make a fool out of me? To mock me? Me, watching my Monster Hunter character get a full course meal handmade by a bunch of cat people while I'm stuck eating salt and vinegar chips. I don't keep my sword on 1, I don't have food on 6, I don't keep my blocks on 8. I don't have an organized hotbar, I mix everything up, and if I need something from my inventory, I switch it with one of my pickaxes. You're a psycho. I will buy some small armor so you can travel with me. Yeah, go ahead. Awesome. The game lobby when there is a free skin. The urge to play a wise old sage fighter. The urge to play an axe-crazy juggalo. EA, Minecraft. No, you have to buy our €70 game every year. Costs €20 10 years ago. How do I get pulled over for texting? But he's playing Helldivers 2. When player 2 picks the same character in a fighting game. PTSD movie theater employees. After realizing Minecraft 2 movie is coming out on 2027. When you die, but get a grenade kill. This mum gave birth less than a week ago, and then won a Mortal Kombat tournament with her baby in her arms. The world when GTA 6 finally releases. Alright son, are you ready to collab with Dead by Daylight? But I want to be in Fortnite. You're getting Dead by Daylight. I'm gonna need a minute to process this. Mario's last name. His name is Mario. My friends, married, businessman, father, homeowner, me. High ranked in a video game. Cyber Dystopia. Actually a good game compared to AAA games. Free to play, no microtransactions, optional ads. AAA games. Pay to play and win. Me. Starts playing a ranked match. My ping, my Wi-Fi, my parents, my opponent. Imagine having a family Minecraft world that gets passed down and finding your great ancestors' builds from generations before you. Yeah, that exists in real life and it's called the country you were born in. This controller is the Wave and for only $100. I can do it myself for less than one. 90s video game starter pack. The graphics, devs, story, budget, gameplay, soundtrack. The single player enjoyer. £3,000 setup to play a game from the 2010s. Desk cozy as hell. Enjoys being a part of the story. Picked up a bargain on the Steam sale. Hunts achievements, not enemies. No longer drawn to rage-inducing MOBAs. Finally quit competitive FPS and MOBA. Enjoyment with Vidia goes up 10 times. Take the single player pill, bros. You won't regret it. The highest selling video game consoles in history. They made it a top 11 just so they could include the PS5. Those misleading puzzle ads you see everywhere are now banned. Delicious. Finally some good news. Who drinks the orange juice? No, not on number 4. Number 3, nope. Number 2. Number 2, me. Saves a game. Wants to exit the game. The game? Are you sure you want to quit? Any unsaved progress will be lost. Me. Group of kids walking by playing rock, paper, scissors, and they just said, bro, scissors is actually OP. He can breathe in space, but he can't breathe underwater. Game accuracy. Should I make another Sonic meme video? A GameStop in Colorado still has the Halo 3 mural up from 2007. We'll take it down when something better comes out. A modder built a functional Lego Game Boy that plays games without needing an emulator. Me. Sign up for a free 1-month trial. Please enter your credit card information. That reminded me, I have a subscription I need to cancel. How the cinema worker looks when I say, Steve's lava chicken, as I pour molten glass onto a random child. A man said the N-word. It echoed through my mic and I got banned. How do I even appeal this? By doing what you just typed. Create a Souls-like game. Create a Souls-like game. Asian Game Studios. When people ask you, why are you still playing video games? I like it. I'm good at it. I asked ChatGPT. I asked Grok. Yeah, well, I asked Goombella and her tattle log says you're a witch. Instead of renting Silk Song for 1 month using Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, you can just buy it for $20. Who wants to buy Pokemon cards? Who is willing to play the Pokemon cards game? Doom plus Doom 2. What is DOS? When I put the game gives me 2 options, Doom and Doom 2. Also DOS, what does DOS mean? Exam. Draw and name the different layers of planet Earth. Dirt, stone, deep slate, bedrock. How do you know that? They got an A+ though, the kid. He plays Minecraft. What you think gaming was 20 years ago versus what gaming actually was 20 years ago. Me. Mom, can I get Super Mario? No, we already have Super Mario at home. Super Mario at home? Game gives you ammo. Game gives you a lot of ammo. GTA pedestrians trying to get the car back after I throw them out of it. Turns out there isn't a nice way to interrupt your wife's boring story to remind her you have a video game paused in the other room. Get a game from grandparents. It's for the wrong console. Minecraft, the game that accidentally killed Fortnite. This was no accident. How I Met Your Mother. Games make you violent, gamers. Games do not make you violent and they don't not make you not violent. The Nintendo Wii is now as old as the Super Nintendo Entertainment System was when the Wii came out. I wasted 2 hours making this photo edit instead of studying. Alright, this was a waste of time. Another game sale. My unplayed games. I've got so many unplayed games, it's bad. I'll play them for like 8 hours and then just not get bored, but something will come up and I'll forget about them. Hidden. Detected. Grand Theft Auto. No, don't call it that. Call it Steely Wheelie Automobile. Me. armor with 200 HP. No, I'd rather go with armor with plus 5 HP per second regen. Please take only one Sonic 2 for the Game Gear per child. $800 console, $1,000 handheld, $360 a year to rent games. Game Pass is the best deal in gaming. The secret behind Thor's hammer. I often find myself thinking about Crash Bandicoot's driver's license. I do not want a job right now. I am already depressed enough as it is. Got any fatherly advice? Enjoy gaming while you still can. Adulthood has no mercy. When it's 5 AM and your friend wants one more game, the two most common types of gamers, adult male and giant baby. And they both sound the same, look the same, and act the same. Gacha game Anata has been accused of copying Spider-Man 2's swinging animation. Anata has quickly become known as Anime GTA Online. This onion won't make me cry. One day you'll play your last video game without realizing. Superpowers for superheroes. Today we unveil Eagle Eye, the family of warfighter augments that place missions command and AL directly into the operator's helmet. You guys owe Halo Infinite an apology for predicting cat ears on Helmegs. A Counter-Strike 2 skin collector paid $45,000 for one Mach 10 bronzer, a skin that usually sells between 2 and 6 cents. It has the lowest float value in CS history, and now that is probably not worth that much money anymore. Still worth a lot, but not as much. When you get a new game and your life has purpose again. What was the last game you played which you really enjoyed?